This wasn't what we pictured when we dropped nearly $1,000 just to go for a walk in Germany.
Summer calling, the flood of the century.
The same week that we arrived, Storm Boris rolled across Central Europe, and suddenly we weren't even sure if this was going to be an epic adventure or just 4 days of soggy regret. On the train from Prague to Pirna, we watched floodwaters rise through the villages, cutting off roads and turning the journey into a bit of a scramble between missed connections and chaotic timetables. After our last misadventure, we couldn't help but wonder just how much worse our luck might get this time.
So I'm into a bit of a cluster as we try and figure out. Quick, she says. Got a mate back there who's got like a massive bag, and we think this is the right train. All right, go.
People are like pushing me to move faster.
This being the grand finale of our sports tourism series, we figured, let's go out with a bang. And what better way to do that than with Sean and Tim, some of my best mates from high school that I've not seen in over a year. Surely, nothing can beat catching up over German beers after 6 hours of hiking.
Alrighty, so we're still getting to spot number 1 for day 1. Second transfer. So much rain. It's a little nippy. It's a good thing I'm wearing the right kind of gear for it. No idea what's going on.
So about an hour southeast of Dresden, there's this loop called the Malerweg. It's usually done in about 8 stages, but we'd only booked half of it. So just imagine how expensive it was to do the full thing.
Tell you what, this place is really touristy. I mean, look at them all.
Yeah.
Wow! How cool is this? We basically got the whole town.
Cool, actually. Can I do it?
I just don't want to think we need to look. Yeah.
We're over here.
We're here. There-ish. And we've got to work out how we get there, and that's...
Welcome into your place for the first night of 5.
Oh my god. It actually looks very cute.
It's nice.
It's very cute. And also, beers.
Complimentary.
Complimentary. Which is really good.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Complimentary.
Water too, hopefully. Welcome to Germany. Let me show you the bathroom that we're gonna discover together. Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is a massive bathroom.
Yeah. There's no bidet.
Oh.
Oh, no.
No.
No. But the shower looks way better than showers we've had the last couple of days. The plan is shower, food. Hey, my name is on this. It's my name. I'm actually very keen for this experience. We've paid quite a lot of money for it, so I'm glad that the hotel room is actually nice and breakfast is included tomorrow morning as well. So, and we get to explore parts of Germany that I never thought I would have been going, so it's pretty good. And also, the view is the castle.
And so our little adventure begins. Yes, I do, sweet.
Like the little village of Pirna is amazing. It's really beautiful, and we're basically the only foreigners because basically those type of hikes are mostly German people around the country.
Mostly for the locals, yeah.
Yeah, that do it. So yeah, it's really interesting to be the only foreigners doing the hike. So it's really nice. It really feels local in a way. So like we started walking from our hotel maybe 30 minutes ago. Thinking the start of the hike would be soon, like in 20 minutes, like 1 kilometer. But we just passed a sign saying that we're 45 minutes walk from the actual starting point.
Yeah, so about 3 k's away.
3, 2, 1, and start my stuff.
How do you press it?
No.
Yeah, okay.
We've come to an intersection. We're lost.
We're about, let me check my watch. We are currently 5 minutes into our walk. That's supposed to take 45 and we're already lost.
We're going right.
Dark blue.
We're going left.
That way. But there was only
We don't.
Which way?
Made it.
Sweet as.
So,
So far, so good. We only got lost once.
has the hike started?
Technically,
Officially?
the hike has started. Well, we'll start in one bus stop from here. So wherever the
Okay,
bus stop
nice.
is, that's when the hike starts. Feels like a rainforest.
Yeah.
It's humid. It's slightly raining, and I can hear a river.
Yeah.
Here in Limenthal, you can see the oldest church in Saxon, Switzerland from 1373.
1373. That's slightly older than us.
Hike in 3, 2, 1. We're on it. That was
And we're on.
underwhelming.
Yep. Yeah, blue dot.
Blue dot.
Two things really stood out to us about this hike. Number one was that the price that we paid covered the 3-star accommodation for every night. And number two, the organisation took care of our big bags, taking them to our next night's stay, which was already a serious win. And number three, one of our favourite parts was that breakfast was always included.
It looks like we're about to die.
Wonderfully promising.
Ancient ruins peeked out from the trees, softened by centuries of weather and moss.
Turn around, people. Tim, move.
Below, that river was thundering past. Its undeniable power was wild in a way you don't see every day.
That's picturesque. Is it closed? Oh no.
Should have beer there,
Oh.
in theory, but
No beer.
no beer.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, it would have been.
So go back over the bridge again. Another.
So we're passing through our first little village, and it's like exactly what I pictured. It's like we were in the forest, and then we climbed some steps, and then we're just around this really cute little village with the nice houses. I mean, look at that. It's really cool. It's really beautiful. And as Sean said, it's in Germany. I think there's pretty much of a big hiking culture, which means things are adapted to hikes. There's a beautiful donkey. Oh no!
Oh my gosh, you can actually just leave some cash.
Anyone want
Cash.
some honey?
That's so cute. And then that'll be. We're giving it
Bit of a
50
tip.
Bit of a tip.
What else is in here?
You got candles. You've got, I guess, honey.
Yeah.
What a nice. Oh, we can't take it as a souvenir back to Australia because it's animal
And we
products.
picked the honey wine, of course. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Over the misty mountains cold, through dungeons deep and caverns old, we must awake ere break of day to find our long forgotten gold. Already walked a little over 2.5 hours, and it's very, very pretty. We've had a nice little variety in terrain as we go up and down hills, walk through forests, through fields. It's been absolutely beautiful. And that's not me trying to like really sell this. This is just it's just been a great day. Hasn't been absolutely pouring, but it's just been cold enough and humid enough that it's nice and comfortable. And now we're basically going straight down this thing until we get to the river and hopefully the other side nice and safely.
What's the verdict? Reminds me of port. Oh.
Reminds me of port.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's good.
It's good.
Currently, everyone is just absolutely pissing off a local farmer's geese. The thing that's striking me the most is just how good it feels to be in and around nature again. Look at that!
Look at that. It's amazing.
That's amazing.
It's so cool.
Maybe one day I'll come up with better positive adjectives to describe a place rather than amazing. Oh boy. Yeah, nah, that's pretty moist. This is the most unconventional way probably anyone's ever really tried to get through this thing.
Wow. You see it, Tim?
Absolutely amazing. That's our first bit of wildlife here. I'm always keen for that sort of stuff, but I've never seen a salamander before. The colours on it were just popping off the black. What a great start to an already great hike. I know we're on the home stretch and we're almost back at the, not even back, we're at the new accommodation. But you're not going to be able to wipe the smile off my face after that. That is fantastic. Sean and Tim are diligently following after Sol as she is on the verge of peeing herself.
2, 1.
Whoa. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, I mean, like, there's roads flooded on the other side as well.
Yeah, true. Shit.
Wow, that is stunning though. Aside from the flooding, it's beautiful. Basically gone more or less without a hitch. It has been, yes, it's been raining on and off. I've been wearing what looks to be basically a plastic bag, but very, very fun. That is moving so fast. Our friend does not want to use Google Maps. So we are trying to find our accommodation just by looking and following a direction of keep left. This could be a place of historical importance. Maybe. Uncertain. Little sandbags. Alright, so this is the Tourism Information Centre. One slight problem. It's closed. Alrighty, my vote is now the pub, because that is not open. I'm so happy.
Dass die Entdeckung der sächsischen Schweiz tatsächlich auf 2 Schweizer zurückgeht.
Sehr gut.
English or German?
English is better.
Sorry.
No problem. So, anyone for food?
Prost. To an amazing day. So currently the main problem that we're seeing is that there are road closures due to the flooding. Because of the flooding, we're looking at the map and it's telling us to start from an entirely different town, which doesn't help us because we are approximately 3 kilometers away as the bird flies.
Indeed.
Which doesn't help us. Good morning, day 2 on the hike. Just started to come outside. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Good feed, but the floods have increased by a fair bit. It's quite sad and a little bit scary actually. We've been trying to stay away from the news a little just to try and, keep the positive vibes going. Obviously there's a lot of people affected by this and we sincerely hope that the rest of the trip goes unscathed, but it's calm, it's sunny, and we sincerely hope we do not need those raincoats again for the remainder of the journey.
The reality of today, a lot of road closure. It's gonna be fun.
Not as misty mountainy as yesterday.
So we were thinking that today we might do a little Q&A, because yesterday on our Instagram page we asked you to ask us some questions, and thank you so much for all the questions. So let's start with our first question. Who was it from, Hayden?
So it's from Hey Dosios, and basically the question was, how are you able to save and travel?
Oh, that's a good question. And I think the answer would be like, we don't.
We do one or the other, we can't do both.
We just travel, and that's it. We already arrived to the famous bridge.
Which took
Us 45 minutes. Yeah. Oh my god. That's actually amazing. The view is incredible.
That's a good view.
Oh wow.
That's a good view.
It's absolutely exceptional. So we're going to some bridge. I don't know what the bridge is called, but it looks very picturesque. It's just that there's a stack of stairs.
And people.
It's the most people we've seen on the entire hike so far.
This is the Bastei Bridge, built 200 years ago just so people could get closer to these rocks. How good is that? Humans carving stone just to stare at more stone. And yet, standing here, we get it. The climb this morning felt worth it for this view.
They're so beautiful. Look at them working together. It's such a wonderful way. You take photo, I take photo. Very cute. Love their work.
It is absolutely beautiful.
What was your first thought when you walked onto the bridge? I'm so sad because I can't fly the drone. 300 meters of elevation on the way up. 300 meters of elevation on the way down.
But the beauty up top was shadowed down below. Everywhere we looked, rivers were spilling over their banks, turning streets into streams. You can't just point the camera away and pretend it's not happening. For us, it was a passing inconvenience. For locals, it was their homes, their shops, their everyday lives. And still, the people we met carried this quiet resilience. A kind of we've been through worse vibe that made us feel soft in comparison.
Our next question comes from Solensky, and the question is, why did you choose this hike? The answer to that is basically, we followed that guy back there. He wanted to go to Germany, and we were like, sure, let's go see what's there. He wanted to do a hike, so we said yes. That's why we're here.
That's what we're here. How do you feel?
Kind of nice. My ear is kind of rough, but it's good.
Our next question comes from one of our follower called Tim Tam. And he's actually asking us, is September a good time to go? And to that question I would answer, oh yes. Because it's not too warm, it's not too cold, it's perfect. Of course you might catch a little bit of rain, but if you're well prepared, there's really no problem to it. Don't be a Hayden, and don't pack.
Hey, a poncho is a great idea. Don't
An emergency poncho doesn't count.
Oh, I just got stung by stinging nettles. Ooh, boy howdy. Ooh, that's burning. That's good. Yep, I'm alive now. Sincerely hope that doesn't flare up too much. That really tickles. Tell you what though, this place is amazing. Absolutely loving it. I mean, check this out.
We arrived in the second last village before the accommodation, and I think we're actually going to stop have a beer here because there's a beer garden and the view is actually amazing. It actually looks like a village that has been abandoned, and it's absolutely beautiful. Another question that we got asked by Shonsky T 64 was, how's your knee so?
It hurts too much.
And I'll tell you, when I walk it's fine, but when I sit down or when I'm sleeping, it really hurts. Other than that, pretty lucky I can go up and down stairs, so pretty good. Thank you.
Where's that town again?
Yeah, he's lucky I stopped doing shoulder day.
You never did shoulder there.
I was waiting for something like that from you.
Just fit.
Hello. Watch your heads. So for our next question, from Dunkershawn71, do you need to speak German the whole time? Yes and no. People here really appreciate the simplicities of Danke, bitte, like please and thank you and all that jazz. But overall, you can get by with very basic English. You said watch your head and you've already knocked it.
Well, I've got a bag on, so it's a bit awkward.
Ah, yeah. Blame your tools. Really got to make sure your yoga's in check. Make sure you know how to stretch. So one of the great things about the last 2 days that I've felt is that when we get close to the end or at the end, I feel like I'm exploring an entirely new area, but I also feel wonderfully accomplished. I know that sounds corny as hell, but it feels really cool to feel like I've earned this place. I've earned the beer or the food. And to get to see parts of anywhere, let alone Germany, in the way that we have has just been an absolute privilege. I love every second of this moment.
Made it.
It's a good time, haven't
Yes. Made it.
Made it!
Yeah. Yeah. Made it, Tim. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Do you ever notice how the best part of an adventure is the storytelling afterwards? Games, benta, that glow of shared exhaustion around the table.
Nothing quite like the
That's not going to last.
foamy mustache.
If day 2 ended here, it already would have been a trip worth remembering. But here's the thing. We had no idea what was waiting for us on day 4. Good morning, everyone. Let me tell you, going down the steps this morning, my calves are talking to me. And my knee too, a little bit. But other than that, pretty good. Legs are gonna warm up, hopefully. We're going straight to breakfast. I'm super hungry. Slept alright. And then we do it all over again. Can't wait.
So, Lenzel, can you see the guest house we're actually at?
Once we had finally figured out where we were going this morning, we still felt like we needed to double check with a couple of fellow hikers who looked way more comfortable than we did. And almost straight away, I felt like we'd walked onto the set of Lord of the Rings, complete with that beautiful sun beaming through mossy trees and rocks that looked older than time itself. It was the kind of landscape you half expected an elf to just step out and ask if you're a bit lost. Do you find that when you hit a spot like this, that your brain doesn't quite know what to do? Like, do you look up at the cliffs? Do you watch your footing on the trail? Or do you just stand still and try and soak it all in?
I also am not sure if I've ever seen a forest quite like this. Like, huge tall trees and not a lot of underbrush. Like, not a lot of bushes. You can see through the trees, see the scenery around you. The fact that because we've been in the forest for the large portion of all the walks, using maps, like physical maps, not Google Maps, it's been really nice to disconnect from all the different technologies and look at screens and all the rest of it. We've been playing board games, we're chatting over the table, catching up. I really missed it. I really missed this kind of connection, and it's wonderful to not have too much in the way of tech. Obviously there's the camera, but it's really nice. Like, we're not on it, we're not focused on the phones. We obviously check a few things, but overall, stunning.
That beer is well deserved.
Well done.
It was good.
That was good. That last that last ascent wasn't my best friend. No.
I know that a lot of people ask, like, how is it to travel with a group of boys? And I would say that it's not too bad. They're pretty chill, it's pretty easy, a lot of benta, and a lot of, you know, being behind because they're throwing wood in the river. And they're like, who can throw the biggest piece of wood in the river? So that's what they're actually doing, and that's why I am 100 meters ahead. Everyone also has the same, like, physical capacities, so we're all at the same speed on average. No one is waiting on anyone. Everyone can take the hills, even if it's hard. So no, like, it's pretty good. I would say that if you're doing it as a group, just try to gauge what, like, everyone's physical capacities are. Just so that way it can give you an idea of, like, okay, well, if we climb a hill, I might be the slowest, or if we climb a hill, that person might be slower, but, like, it's okay. So that way you don't have higher expectations. Just so you have, like, the right expectations on anyone's physical capacities, so you know what to expect. And you know how much time it's gonna take you to walk, like 12Ks, 10Ks, 20Ks during your day. So I guess that's what I would recommend if you're doing this kind of trip as a group.
All the flies are there.
I'm discovering a part of Tim that I didn't know, actually.
Like, I'm not a big fan of fields, but it makes the landscape look really pretty. The place we're staying at is quite the sunsets. It's a nice little place, very, very cute. Beautiful hilly mountain ranges all the way through. Oh, stunning. Picturesque.
Picturesque. It's super nice. Last day of hiking. I feel this is a pretty good landscape for our last day.
Taking video of geese. Again. Onwards, my fellow companions.
Waking up on the last day of a hike, we all carried this strange cocktail of emotions. We knew that the best views were still waiting for us on the trail today. We'd even avoided looking at photos beforehand, just to give ourselves the full experience and not ruin the surprise.
Yeah, that like is historically difficult to
Nearing the end of something fun, everyone faces the same choice. Do you soak it all in, staying present and squeezing every last drop from the final moments? Or do you catch yourself quietly grieving the ending before it's even arrived?
Oh. It's like the spine of a massive dragon.
How good are rocks?
Holy moly. Oh my days, I gotta stand over here before Sol comes. Oh wow. Whew. That is awesome. Just gotta watch where I put my feet. Don't want to be tripping and be one of those stupid bloody tourists that end up falling to their death. Tell you what though, that view, never seen anything quite like it. Absolutely beautiful. The rock formations almost look like the back of a big dragon, or even There's one little spot that kind of looked a bit like a castle. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's the little things that get me excited, you know?
So we're approaching the end of the hike. Pretty tired, honestly. It's been 4 days, averaging 18 k's a day. It's been amazing, but yeah, a bit tired now.
Yeah.
And I do think, sorry, I do think that the beers we've been drinking are, you know, taking a role in all of this.
Yes, they've made it so much easier to do.
Yeah.
Nah, it's been a wonderful, wonderful couple of days. And we'll put the link in the description as to which hike we did, because the Malerweg, it's been amazing. I've absolutely enjoyed every single second of this.
The only thing is that this hike is, today's hike finishes at a bus stop, which is not really picturesque.
It's not quite the crescendo one would want as the final destination.
But overall, amazing landscapes.
Beautiful people. I've absolutely loved seeing all the people and saying hello, and everyone's been very friendly.
I'm keen to leave my review.
So continue along the trail in the direction to the new Neumannmühle. So...
Is it the end?
I think we've overshot the bus stop.
Let's consult the Google Maps.
Go back.
No.
How do you feel? We made it.
It's bittersweet.
Bittersweet?
Bittersweet, because I wanted to keep going. In the sense, like, I've really loved the last few days. It's just been wonderful to get out. I've barely looked at my phone. And it feels really nice. So, I mean, I'm going to 100% enjoy the next couple of days with you guys. Like, you know, like, subscribe, because you'll get notified for the next video, which we will be in.
Are you excited, Tim? To this hike?
Well done, guys.
Prost.
Prost.